Allison Holker, wife of the late tWitch boss, is being forced to confront painful conspiracy theories surrounding his death, and those close to her say she is completely devastated. Just 3 days before his passing, he had posted a video dancing with Allison, and the couple had just celebrated their 9th wedding anniversary together. Sources say she feels like she is living in a nightmare. Many supporters are now urging people to stop speculating and instead educate themselves on mental health. The truth is, mental illness does not discriminate. It does not matter how much money, fame, or happiness someone appears to have on the outside. Just like any physical illness, it is a very real medical condition, often caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain that has absolutely nothing to do with how perfect someone's life may look from the outside. While mental illness is a very real condition just like any other, there are still many people who believe something suspicious surrounds tWitch's death and Allison's account of losing her husband. But why exactly do so many fans feel like the official story does not add up? More details are slowly coming to light about the passing of dancer, choreographer, and Ellen show DJ tWitch boss. For those who missed the story, on Monday, December 12, tWitch left his home on foot carrying a small bag and checked into a hotel in Encino, California, located just a short 15-minute walk from the home he shared with his family. tWitch had shared that home with his wife Allison and their 3 children. The following day, Allison rushed into an LAPD police station and urgently pleaded with officers to take her husband's disappearance seriously, telling them something felt very wrong, particularly because he never left home without his car. Officers accompanied Allison back to the residence to look for any clues, but shortly after, they received a radio call from the oak tree and reporting that a housekeeper had discovered his body in the bathroom. A representative for the Los Angeles Police Department confirmed that investigators determined Stephen Boss died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound and that there were no signs of foul play. Despite the official ruling, however, many fans online are still struggling to accept that tWitch took his own life, and are continuing to question whether something feels off about Allison's statement, particularly given the timing of when he was found. Allison released a statement saying that with the heaviest of hearts she had to share that her husband Stephen had left them. She went on to honor his legacy, describing him as someone who lit up every room he walked into and who valued family, friends, and community above everything else, with love being at the very core of who he was. She also called tWitch the best husband and father, and reassured his fans that the family would continue to honor his memory. However, many fans found something unsettling about Allison's statement, saying it almost sounded too composed for someone who had just lost their husband under such tragic circumstances. One fan commented that it was the initial statement that did not sit right, pointing out that it seemed far too poised, adding that if their own husband had died by suicide, they would have been absolutely devastated and in no condition to put together something that polished. Something just did not feel right to many people, including the fact that Allison chose to go to the police station in person rather than simply calling them, which many found unusual. There is also widespread speculation that she may have already been aware that tWitch was going through something serious. Adding to the conversation, it has now come out that tWitch left a note in the hotel room, and a police source confirmed to TMZ that the note referenced past struggles, though the specific nature of those struggles has not been made clear. Because of all this, numerous conspiracy theories have continued to spread online. Some fans believe Allison may have known tWitch was dealing with mental health challenges, which is why she panicked when he left the house. Others, however, find it strange that both Allison and tWitch have been actively posting on social media and openly talking about their future plans right up until his passing. In the days leading up to tWitch's passing, there were absolutely no visible signs that anything was wrong. Just weeks before his death, he and Allison appeared on the Jennifer Hudson show and openly talked about wanting to have another baby, with both of them expressing genuine excitement about the idea. Then, just 4 days before his body was discovered, the couple celebrated their 9th wedding anniversary and posted heartfelt tributes to each other on Instagram. And on the very same day tWitch checked into the Oak Tree Inn, both he and Allison shared the same dancing video on social media, with Allison captioning it as a fun Sunday spent dancing with her love. This is exactly why so many fans are having such a difficult time making sense of everything. Some sources have claimed that Twitch may have been dealing with financial pressures behind the scenes, while others have speculated that he and Allison may have been experiencing difficulties in their marriage that were never made public. Both of these theories have since been debunked, which has only added more fuel to the conspiracy theories surrounding Twitch's death. The claim about financial troubles was put forward by actor and choreographer Columbus Short, who posted a video speculating that Twitch may have lost his life savings in a bad investment. He acknowledged that Twitch was an incredible person whose legacy would live on, but raised the possibility that a devastating financial loss could push anyone to a very dark place. However, sources close to Twitch quickly shut that theory down, with one insider telling TMZ that he was not experiencing any form of financial hardship at the time of his passing. As for the claims that their relationship was not as picture-perfect as it appeared on social media, Allison reportedly told police that the two of them had no issues whatsoever, and she also denied that any argument took place before he left the house without his car. So as things stand, there are still no clear indicators that Twitch was dealing with any personal or financial struggles, aside from the vague note left behind. Given that he appeared genuinely excited about his future in interviews leading up to his passing and had even been openly discussing growing his family, some fans have started questioning whether his death was truly a suicide. Many people on social media are speculating that his death may have been made to look like one, with some even suggesting that Ellen DeGeneres may know more about what really happened than has been made public. Ellen had recently been exposed by former staff members for allegedly running a toxic work environment, with employees claiming that her well-known, "Be kind" motto was purely for the cameras and did not reflect what actually went on behind the scenes. But that is not the only reason fans have been drawing connections to Twitch's passing. Just 4 months after his death, Ellen's ex-girlfriend Nkechi also lost her life under very mysterious circumstances. On August 5th, and was involved in a series of bizarre collisions that left many people with serious questions. In Los Angeles, and crashed her car into a house, causing it to catch fire. Witnesses described her as visibly disoriented as firefighters pulled her out and rushed her to the hospital by ambulance. Sadly, she fell into a coma shortly after and was pronounced dead on August 11th. What made this tragedy even more puzzling was that authorities initially suggested she had been driving under the influence and behaving erratically at the time of the crash. However, on December 6, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner released the findings of her autopsy, concluding that she was not impaired by any illegal substances at the time of the incident and that no active drugs were found in her system. As expected, it did not take long before people online began speculating that Ann's death was not an accident, and now that Twitch's passing has been officially ruled a suicide, those same theories have resurfaced all over again.